Hello, friends. Today I'm going to read Pete the Cat and the Bedtime Blues. Now, when I think of the word blues, I think of the color blue. Is that what you think of? Blues can be different things. One thing it could be is the color blue. It can also be a kind of music. There's a kind of music that they call the blues. And then the last thing I'm thinking is, it can also mean you're sad. Sometimes when people are sad, they say they are blue. So I don't know what it'll be like, what it will mean in the story, Pete the Cat and the Bedtime Blues. Maybe we can figure it out after we read it together. Pete and the gang had a great day. They'd been at the beach, surf and sun, and tons of fun. But when the sun went down, they didn't want the fun to end. So Pete had an idea. Hey, how about a sleepover? More time for tons of fun. Groovy. Pete's place, let's go. The party was far out, but they knew they couldn't stay up all night. The gang decided it was time to say goodnight. On went the pajamas, out went the lights. Good night, Gus. Good night, alligator. Good night, Toad. Good night, Pete. Pete was just about to catch some Z's when clap, clap, clap. Who did that? Pete asked. It was me, Grumpy Toad. I don't want to go to bed. I want to clap instead. Pete covered his head. This cool cat needs to go to bed. Good night, Gus. Good night, alligator. Good night, Toad. Good night, Pete. Time to sleep. Pete tried again to catch some Z's when rat-a-tat-tat, rat-a-tat-tat. Who did that? Pete asked. It was me, Gus the platypus. I don't want to go to bed. I want to jam instead. Pete covered his head. This cool cat needs to go to bed. Time to sleep. Good night, Gus. Good night, alligator. Good night, Toad. Good night, Pete. Pete closed his eyes to catch some Z's when he heard munch, munch, munch. What does that make you think of? Someone's eating. Pete had a hunch. It was alligator. He was always up for eating. What could Pete do? No, I like pizza. All that clapping, rat-a-tat-tatting, and munch, munch, munching was giving him the bedtime blues. Pete had a groovy idea. He got out his favorite bedtime story and started to read, first to himself and then to the gang. Look at the book he's reading. It's a Pete the Cat book. Pete noticed it was finally quiet. No more clapping, no more rat-a-tat-tatting, and no more munching. They all settled down. No one made a sound. Look, they're all listening to him read. Pete yawned and turned off the light. Good night, sleep tight, time to catch some Z's. Tomorrow was another day for surfing sun and tons of fun. So, what do you think blues meant in this story? I heard some music. Remember, I think it was, who was playing the drums? One of them was playing the drums. Oh, Gus the platypus was playing the drums. Maybe the blues was blues music. But I noticed that Pete is the color blue, so maybe blues meant the color blue. But then again, also, they didn't want to go to sleep, so maybe they were sad about having to go to bed. Maybe it was all three meanings of the word blue. I had fun reading with you today. I will see you soon. Bye-bye.